Aaron Heinzelman here with D2Football.com. I'm talking with Josh Renel. They're one of two great running backs for Wayne State University as Wayne State prepares to take on Pittsburgh State in the national championship game this coming Saturday in Florence, Alabama. Josh, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's been quite the run for you guys. 4 road games, 4 big victories. Probably the underdog in all 4 games. Tell me about this amazing run and how great it's been to get yourselves to Florence in the first year that the university has ever seen postseason play.
You know, it's amazing to be a part of this turnaround of this program and to see everybody around campus. It's been a huge turnaround, and to be a part of this team that helped turn this program around and get to this point is, like you said, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing ride. It's really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we've definitely not taken for granted, and we're grateful to just experience everything that we've been a part of so far. And it's been amazing, and to come here as a freshman and see how far this program's come, it's been incredible.
Yeah, you're a senior out of Rochester Heights, a suburb there of Detroit. Tell me about how you came to get to Wayne State. Was it something, did they recruit you so heavily that you just decided that was the spot, or was it a long time coming that you thought you'd go to Wayne? Tell me about how you ended up there.
Well, when I first heard about Wayne, I didn't know too much about it. I knew about the school. I knew about it. It had a great academic history, and I knew it was located right in Detroit. But that was pretty much all I knew about the whole program here. And I didn't know too much about the sports programs, but it was actually the first school I visited. I went to a couple other GLIAC schools, but Wayne was the first. And I mean, they just sold me right away. It was a combination between just the players that were on the team then and the coaches. The coaches really did an amazing job selling how they really believed this program had a chance to turn around, and how they told us how if we got all the players here with the same mindset, it really could happen. And to see how all that's taken shape now it's been amazing. And to be this my senior year, it's really a surreal feeling, and I couldn't be happier. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, you talk a lot about the turnaround. I actually was a student at Saginaw Valley from 2002 to 2006. Didn't play football, but was a big football fan and went to all the home games. And I saw a much different Wayne State back then, and it's really something that you guys have been able to turn it around so much. And I think one big reason for that is not only you in the backfield, but your counterpart Tony Davis. First of all, he went out in Saturday's game. Is there any word on if he'll be able to play Saturday in Florence?
We're not too sure yet. I believe it's not anything too serious, and I think he'll be fine and good to go. We're going to want to be firing on all cylinders, obviously. So, I mean, Tony, me and him room together in all the hotels. A good friend of mine. We've been a lot closer this year than ever before, and to have him out there, it's an awesome 1-2 punch. Great combo. We definitely have different styles of running. He's obviously a bigger back than I am, but I think that's really the balance right there is one of the reasons our running game's been so successful.
Yeah, two of you have combined over 1,700 yards, 34 touchdowns. And looking over the stats, I thought, well, if you can stop these two guys, you probably have a really good shot at winning. But I noticed the last 2 games, you've had 2 of your lowest running team-wise, not just you, two of the lowest rushing outputs of the season. Yet you still come away with big road victories in the playoffs. What has the team been able to do to counterpart the not as effective running game in the last 2 weeks?
Well, first off, it starts with our defense has just been on fire lately, and then they're playing as a unit, and it's amazing to see how they go out there together and play all as one. And they call themselves the Green Swarm because they swarm to the ball, and they're the first reason. But the next reason is obviously we're playing tough defenses now in the playoffs, and the teams are good at this point to even get to where they're at now. And so you know it's going to be a lot tougher than it was before, and it's not just that. I mean, we have great balance on our offense, and that's a huge thing. It starts with our quarterback. Mickey has really grown up this year, and he's done an amazing job leading our team. in the huddle and out in the field. And Troy Burrell and our receiving core has been a huge improvement this year too. I mean, you can't just focus on one thing because we could put in the air also with those two guys. And our O-line does an amazing job every week for us. It's really a team effort, and if one guy's not going one day, there's probably more than likely going to be another guy doing that stuff. So we have each other's back out in the field, and it's really great to have that.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt to have the fifth leading receiver in the country in Troy Burrell as a side to the two great running backs there at Wayne State. Now, let's go back to end of the regular season, and I read that head coach Paul Winters didn't even bother watching the selection show because he figured you guys wouldn't be in. Was it the same way with the players? Did you guys get together and watch the show as the pairings were announced?
Well, as players, especially seniors, it was definitely a dark time for us. I was really emotional after our Finley game, as was other seniors. But as I said, in the post-conference, after our game against Finley, we still had our fingers crossed. We didn't want to give up and lose hope. So a lot of us players did watch the playoff selection show. We didn't all get together and watch it, but we individually watched it. And as soon as we saw our name come up on there, we all did get together right after that, and just got together, and we were just excited. It was an exciting time for our program, and us players, we never gave up hope, and ever since that happened, it's really been almost like another team, the second chance feeling we've got, and getting a second life is we try to embrace every moment we've been out there in practice, and it's just been the most fun I've ever had playing football.
Yeah, it must be a great ride you guys are on, and a great feeling to have. Now, tell me a little bit about the end of the season. You guys started off real hot, 6-0, and playing in that real deep, really good GLIAC conference up there. You guys hit a little bit of a road bump at the end of the season there, losing 3 out of the last 5. So you're coming into the playoffs. You get in, and some are surprised, some are just happy to be in there. But you get in, and it's a little bit of a roller coaster you guys have been on this year. Tell me about the ups and downs and how you've been able to deal with them.
Yeah, it's been an emotional roller coaster to say the least. All of our games, I felt like a lot of us players have talked about it. We've had more close games than we've had in our entire life playing football. And our 3 losses that we had during the season were by a combined 12 points, so they were all very close games. And those were good teams too. Like you said, GLIAC is always competitive. You have to be ready each week. Anybody could really beat anybody in the GLIAC, and you got to come ready each week. And the 3 losses, they obviously hurt, but the biggest thing we did was we learned from each of them. It seemed like each time there was something different we could learn from to improve ourselves, and getting into the playoffs. Like I said, it's a whole new season. So you wipe the slate clean and you learn from what went wrong. It's been an amazing emotion roller coaster ride, especially after that Finley game and where we're at in the playoffs. And we kind of just want to keep riding and keep it going, and that's how we've been playing.
Now, what's it like this week? It must be a little bit crazy preparing not only for the biggest game that you and your teammates will or probably have ever played in, but also preparing for finals. Is that just at times too much to handle? I mean, how are you getting through the week right now?
It is definitely a busy time right now. We're trying to get in as much schoolwork and stuff that we can in these first couple days. Today's our off day football wise in terms of practices, so a lot of us have been in, and if we have to reschedule an exam, we're trying to get them done earlier on this week and do that stuff. It's been really busy, and finding the balance. That's the whole part of being a student athlete. Has been the struggle the entire season when you're in season. So obviously school comes first, and Coach Winters is great on teaching us this, and we make sure we get our schoolwork done for focus on football. Obviously, yes, it's national championship week. It once we get that stuff done, we're going to focus on and enjoy our trip over to Florence, Alabama, and enjoy all that stuff together once we're there.
Now you move on into the championship game as obviously a newcomer to the playoffs in general, let alone the title game in Florence. Your opponent, not so much. They've had a great deal of success. The all-time winningest program in Division II history. If that's throwing in the NAIA wins before 1989. Pittsburgh State, year in year out, they had a couple years down just now, but this is a tried and true program going up against the newcomer on the block. So I think safe to say, week 5 in a row, it looks like you guys will be the underdog. But you're okay with that, right?
We're fine with that. That's how it's been all along, and I really like that's where Wayne State strives and trying to prove people wrong. And our team, more than anybody, believes in ourselves, and to us, that's all that matters.
What do you know so far about Pitts? I know it's early in the week, and like you said, you're focusing hard on studying for finals. But just from throughout the season, and from what little chance you've had this week to get caught up with them, what do you know about Pitt State, and what kind of things do you think they'll bring to Florence?
Well, first of all, we know they're a great team, and obviously they deserve to be where they're at right now, and we obviously respect them and their history. We expect a physical game. It's going to be a hard-fought, tough game, and we expect nothing less than their best, just as we'll give them. And it's just going to be a great game, I believe, and it's going to be two great teams going at it. They definitely have more story program behind them, but we're up and coming, so it should be pretty fun, exciting game.
Yeah, it should definitely be awesome. I look forward to watching it Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time on ESPN2. Now, Josh, good luck in your studies this week, and safe travels to you as you and the team head down to Florence, Alabama. And thank you so much for joining me today on my blog on d2football.com. I know it's a busy week for you with everything involved, and just the best of luck to you, and we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.